Yo, it's your boy Sep, and today I'm going to talk about what you can do to get energy for 12 hours straight, right? Let's start off by doing a check. We're wearing Prada. Not only we wear Prada, we drinking Prada, we stare at Prada. This Prada thing works, man. I'm telling you. You got to get on that. Why? I don't know. It's slick. It's a slick. You feel like you're above everybody else, and I like that about it, right? I even went ahead and got a Prada cup. Coffee. All right, let me remove these glasses and we're gonna dig into exactly what we need to focus on. Now, the requirements for you to do to get those 12 hours straight is a big thing. Now, behind me, you can see an empty house apartment. Why is that, right? Because I'm looking at the trends. I'm looking at what everybody else is doing, like guys like Becker, Cosman, Musk, these characters. Why are they focusing on the empty house? Let's try it out. Now I'm in the empty house, I'm trying it out, and I'm telling you, man, for some reason, it's a machine-like environment. You become a machine. There's nothing, there's no space here, there's no need for me to sit down, right? I'm forced to drink coffee, walk around, make calls, ruminate, come up with Google Docs, G Docs, push it out there, right? Talk to the team. It's a consistent system, like a battery, right? You walk, for example, you walk at the end, you come here, you ruminate about the idea, and it's a very interesting thing. So if you want to hit those 12-hour days, get rid of your couch, get rid of everything else, because that's one of the main requirements. Another main requirement I have for you here is a standing desk. Now, this desk I'm using right now, I got a custom made. I got somebody to come here. Didn't cost much because I'm also utilizing a third world country strategy. That's another strategy no one's talking about. Why? Because in the West, if you think about it, in the West, you want to catch an Uber, it's going to cost you 30, 40, 50 bucks, right? It's such a huge place. But if you catch a flight to anywhere in the world, wherever your choice of destination, as long as you're leveraging that capital, you can bounce wherever you want. You're leveraging your capital. $1 in the West is $1. $1 somewhere else of your choice could be 10, 20, 30. Doesn't matter. You're leveraging it. Now, here's the thing. That means I could go eat steaks all day. That means I could hire someone to come build me a custom desk. That means I could hire an employee to work on some editing. That means I could hire somebody to come record me on the street, right? It opens up the options and allows you to do whatever you need to do, right? So that's a big game changer. But the requirements for you to do 12-hour days in this video I'm talking about, standing desk is key. Why? Because, hey man, you don't want to sit down too much. You want to be in the habit of moving, right? Always moving. It's a very interesting process. You got your laptop set up here. You got your mouse. Everything is perfect. There's no pain, no lower back pain, nothing like that. If you get tired, sure, go take a nap in the other room and come back for 20 minutes. Recharge the mind. Right? Another big thing you need to focus on is the water, right? You need water to keep you in check. You're mostly water. As a human being, you're mostly water. Get your water in check. If you have a filter, right? I don't even have a fridge here. I brought a Brita with me. I put the tap water in the Brita. It filters it, and boom, right? I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I'm light. I travel light, and I'm good to go. So, another requirement you need for your 12-hour days is dark chocolate. Why? Because here's the thing, man. Dark chocolate, right, the more pure it is, the more bitter it is, the better for you. But in reality, it has special chemicals that put you in a state of flow, right? I don't want to dig into the exact process, what works, but trust me on that. When you wake up, first of all, you want to drink some water. You got your coffee going. But the dark chocolate is another key tool you use to keep you going. It puts you in a state of flow somehow. I don't know why. Don't tell me why. Maybe it increases your blood volume, your vessels, and makes you think better. But it's a good thing to, snack on a little bit by little bit, right? As you have that need, right? The coffee is obviously essential to get you going, right? Today, I literally didn't even feel like working today. Why? Because I was up late, sleep schedule was off. I was in a whole different location. I had to come here. Didn't really feel like it. A part of me was saying, yo, just it's one of those days you want to write off. But no, man. I went outside, got me espresso. Bada bing, bada boom, now we're here. All right? Another thing, unfortunately I'm out, which is one reason I got to catch a flight back to the West, is you obviously know the Zins. the Zinskis, I call them. If you have access to the Zins, man, bless up, because it actually is so flow inducing. I ran out of it, unfortunately. I gotta catch a flight in a couple of days just to recharge, right? One of the main reasons I'm catching a flight back to the West is to recharge on the Zinskis. Now, I could probably find a plug, find another source, but hey, it is what it is. Always keep moving, right? We're going for the 12-hour days. You want to get used to moving. You want to get used to the cardio to wake you up. It's another reason why the 12-hour days is so powerful and an empty house is so powerful, because the more you move, the more you're standing up, the more you're constantly in a state of flow. It's like a feedback loop that, allows you to ride this wave. If you don't have that, I don't know what to say. You have to experience it, my man. One thing I'm also looking into experimenting in the near future is a carnivore diet. I hear good things about it. So that might be something I might introduce right now. But for now, I'm not really eating. I'm chipping myself. I'm chipping myself when it comes to the food intake. Just like a vehicle, a German car, when you chip it, it gets boosted up. You can go 200 kilometers an hour easily. You want to chip your food intake, right? Not the Neuralink chip, but just the idea of chipping yourself and not eating past a certain time. If you're used to eating, right? If you're waking up, you're used to eating something. That's the reality. But if you chip yourself, right? You get into the idea, hey, I'm going to do this. This is a new upgrade for me. I'm not going to eat. I'm going to do chocolate. I'm going to get the coffee. You're going to run on a different octane, which you never did before. So that's something interesting. Chip yourself just like a German car. Bada bing, bada boom. All right? That's how you get to the focus schedule. Now, what are you going to do with your time? That's the question. Now you got your time in play. What are you going to do with your time? This is how I start my day, right? Some people have a vision board. Some people have something else. I just call it dreaming. Why? It hypes you up. Now, you could do this with IG. You got some tings, you're swiping left and right, whatever the case is. As long as you have some type of thing to look forward to, an idea, maybe you got some tings, whatever motivates you. I recommend the ting route. Why? I don't know why. It's biologically we've been created to get motivated. You can even check out Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, chapter 8, sexual transmutation, to tell you about that. I don't need to go into deep further, but it's something I'm experiencing myself. You want to dream a bit. Get some tings on your line, right? Send out some DMs to tings in the background. You're somebody now. But if you don't have tings, a lot of these people say, oh, yo, cut the tings off. Cut those DMs. Cut all that. But for me, the way I see it is biologically, you're wired to go hunt for things, if you know what I mean. Look at Planet Earth. Go watch this movie's Planet Earth, where the animals, they go do a little dance to attract some mates, right? I'm not saying don't waste your time, because in reality, what I used to think, what I still think sometimes, is like, oh, it's take too much mental energy off you, you lose focus. But on the other hand, what I'm seeing is, man, this thing is vitalizing. You get some proper things, some 9s, some 10s giving you some attention, especially if you're a passport bro in a third world country where you're not used to that type of attention coming from these biddies or things. It's a different game. Now you're like, whoa, I'm a G, man. I'm the king of this space. Let me indulge in myself. But the reality is, you got work to do. You just want to use it as an energy source, so you go back to the focus. And then when you get, you want to go take a little nap, it's a little late night, boom, 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 or you're watching something, send your little DMs. But make sure you feel good, right? When you're not feeling good, that creative source, that energy doesn't flow off you. Even when you're sending a DM, it's going to be like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, man, nobody wants to hear about that stuff. You want to spice it up. You want to be that character that's, a little cheeky, right? So I highly recommend you listen to some good music, deep house, whatever it is. Get yourself feeling good. And from there, approach it like a game of feeling good, a game of energy. Right? The universe will open up to you, if you understand what I mean, right? Give yourself this space. What does this empty apartment do? It gives you space so you're not boggled down by furniture, you're not boggled down by some dust. It's all you. Your energy is bouncing off the walls and it's coming back to you, right? So first thing you want to do is dream. Second thing you want to do is plan of action. What's your action, right? Make a roadmap. Before the days I used to do work door to door, a good strategy I had was I would make a roadmap, like an ICO. You know how these cryptocurrencies have the roadmap? Oh, this month we're doing this, October, this is that. It's like a little dot and it's a road. I did that when I was doing door to door, right? I had my map. I'm like, oh, I'm going to run this location and I'm going to run that location. Every time I would do it, I would darken it, right? As if I ran through that place. So that's your plan. Make a roadmap. This is what I got to do. I'm going to shoot some ads here today. And while the ad's working in the background, I'm going to move on to something else. I'm going to move on to Google Doc VSL. And while that's done, I'm going to move on to the next milestone, which is, I don't know, look for something to do, something productive. But at the end of the day, what produces outcome and traction for you is content and distribution, right? What I'm doing right now, what everyone could be doing right now. The more content you produce, the more things you have to distribute, the more focused you are, and the more sales you also do. Don't forget about the sales. It's not just about, hey, I'm going to throw out some content. Your CTA at the end of the content should be to get into touch with people, to talk to people, right? Because why? The sales is heavily flow inducing, right? The way I'm speaking to you right now is because I've been socially warmed up. I was on multiple calls earlier, talking to different companies, right? I got momentum. I got social momentum. This is something else I recently discovered. And it's very powerful. Why? Because some people think, hey, I'm not a social person. I hate talking to someone. In reality, you just don't understand being social is all about momentum, right? Everybody wakes up feeling groggy, face is swollen, I don't feel like doing anything. But in reality, certain things, you got to go to it like a light switch, right? Being social or doing sales is the same thing. You want to be on call, right? You want to warm up. You want to run down a couple numbers. You want to just talk a bunch of crap, Just, oh, hey, how you doing? Where's your company? It's anything. As long as your mouth is moving, as long as you're building that momentum, by the fifth, sixth call, you're going to be warmed up. And it's a beautiful thing, right? So the content you're producing, your end goal is the CTA, to get someone on the call. Why? Because the energy process for you to get cash at the end of the day is a sales call. If you want to do high ticket, some people are doing low ticket, some people are doing community, Mazel tov. I like the idea. I love it. But if you want to be somebody that actually sells high ticket products and is feeling good about doing it, is winning, you want to focus on that. Why? Because the more cash flow you get up front, the more you can build, right? The faster you can build. If I close a high ticket product today, 2K, 5K, 10K, I got 10K to use capital leverage that could give me multiple hours, right? If you do the math, the currency I'm right now is 30, 40, 50x. I'm buying myself more time versus if I were to put a little low ticket product, $50 here and there, $60 here and there, right? So that's where the value is for someone who wants to do bigger things. But it also requires you to build momentum, that social momentum, and get over your fears and all those things, right? So if you also want to have these 12-hour days, make sure you follow this blueprint. But don't forget the big thing. It all comes down to two things: content and distro. Content and distro. I'm going to keep hammering it to you till you get it. Doesn't matter if you're a company. Doesn't matter if you're a pizza delivery guy. Doesn't matter if you're a restaurant. If you don't have content, if you're not taking a piece of attention from somebody else, you got nothing. You got no location. You will be turning into dust. It will get harder and harder for you. Why? Because the other person that understands that is building the energy, right? Building the trust, taking the hearts, taking those likes, all that stuff that you think is useless, but in the back end, they monetize it with value, right? So, if you need help understanding the content process, the distribution process, the systems behind it, make sure you click the link below, anywhere in the bio and description, because I got something real cool for you. I want to get on a call with you to see what you're doing. And the only way I can do that is if you click the link and book a call, see what we're doing here, see what we can do. Together, we can actually produce some interesting things. All right, I'll see you on another video. Make sure you keep checking. And by the way, I think this product game is interesting because if you've seen the other videos of me in the past, it doesn't have the same energy. Why? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe the product is a valuable asset to have, right? I feel like some charisma has been happening lately. Anyways, we'll catch you on the other side.